All right, folks, this is Harris Sultan, the ex-Muslim atheist, and welcome to another episode of Sultan's House of Sin. Right. All right, guys, let's move on to the funny one. I mentioned that in my Urdu news story, but I read some of the comments. People were like, "Nah, Harris, come on, that's a tragedy. You shouldn't be laughing at that." And I'm laughing at the sweet justice of the universe. You know how there was. I gave an analogy, for example. Like I talk about, like, okay, I don't eat meat, I don't eat animals, but I don't lecture people on go and be. Like I don't shove people that, oh, you're a killer, you're a murderer, and all these things. I don't do any of that in the faces of those who do eat meat. But imagine if I was doing that, and then you found out secretly Harris is actually eating animals. And one day he was out there, he was going to hunt an animal, but instead that animal actually gored Harris Sultan to death. You would be laughing at it. You'd be like, oh, right. So he was lecturing the world that you shouldn't eat animals. He was making life of so many people miserable, but he was such a hypocrite of the highest degree. And then he ended up getting killed by an animal of whom he was trying to kill. So this is called cosmic justice, or sweet revenge, or sweet justice, whatever you want to call it. That's the beauty. So that's the irony, and that's the funny aspect of it. So I mean, I wouldn't expect anyone to not laugh at my death if you find out that I was being a hypocrite of that degree. So that is what's funny about this. This is a news story, a newspaper clipping, which is in Urdu. So I'll translate it for you. So bear with me if I stumble and stutter for a little bit. So basically, in a city of Khatak, there was a renowned madrasa, and its mufti got murdered by a father of a girl whom the mufti had been having an illicit relationship with. So the mufti gets killed by a father of a girl, and the father shot him to death. Now, and when he shot him, the mufti was found running naked on the street. So the mufti, imagine, so mufti during the day telling people, oh, don't do zina, don't do adultery, don't fornicate, this is all bad, don't do this, Allah will curse you, just wait for the eventual the day in your heaven, that's when you're going to get 72 girls. But at night, he sneaks in a house of his own student. She was actually a student. The girl was a student. So here it's mentioned in detail. So it says here that so at nighttime, in the wee hours of the morning, father found the father just woke up. His wife and his other daughter had gone away to Peshawar to attend someone's wedding. So his son was in another room sleeping, and his daughter was meant to be in another room sleeping. So he got up, he heard something, he got up, and he looked at he checked on his daughter's room. She wasn't there. So he went down, to the basement, and then he's found this mufti just, going at it with his daughter. So the father got so angry, pulled out his gun, locked his daughter inside. So daughter is not hurt at all, which is a good thing. That, I wouldn't have been happy about that. But then he fired. He shot at the Maulvi, and the Maulvi is running butt naked on the street, and the father is chasing. He's like, you, boom, boom. And so anyway, so the guy kept running. The Maulvi had some jet engine at his back. He actually succeeded in outrunning the father, but he went to the hospital. Then he died in front of the hospital. So as I said, there's something funny about this. Maybe the way I read it in the newspaper, the way it's written in the newspaper, it's actually very funny. It's exactly how I just explained to you. I didn't exaggerate it. This is exactly how more or less it's written like this, that the father is firing at him, he's running butt naked in the street at the speed of flash or something. And then he ended up, and then he died at the hospital steps or something. So I don't know, tell me if this is funny or not. To help me produce more videos like these, support me on Patreon or PayPal.